来学华语第二册。
Let's learn Mandarin, Book 2.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Wang.
第一课，今天天气很好。
Lesson 1. The weather is nice today.
Learning objective. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to use Mandarin to list the 4 seasons, describe the weather of the 4 seasons, compare the weather of different places, discuss the weather forecast.
课文
Text.
铭文在公园看到丽莎。
丽莎，好久不见，你来跑步吗？
是啊，今天天气很好，在这里跑步真舒服。
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Wang, and I'm really glad to have you here for Creative Chinese Language for Beginners. With more than 20 years of experience teaching creative thinking, I've found a really effective method that bridges the gap between pronunciation and characters in the Chinese language. This technique acts like a smooth pathway, connecting listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Most Chinese language classes tend to focus a lot on listening, speaking, and reading skills, but they often overlook the important connection between characters and their pronunciation. That leaves learners to figure out this link on their own. But you know what? As we dig deeper into how our minds work, something pretty interesting is happening when we bring pronunciation and characters together. So, here's what I'm doing to tackle this challenge. I'm introducing something called advanced organizers. This technique involves creating mental connections that combine sounds with visual representations, which really boosts memory and understanding. By guiding beginners in forming these connections, instructors can help them remember and rebuild the link between pronunciation and characters, which ultimately makes learning a lot simpler and more effective. Let's walk through an example. Before we continue, please take a moment to watch the following video. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Wang. My Chinese name is Wang Yongming, which sounds like want, you, me. Through Uncle Sam's poster, it's easy for you to remember my name. Just add me after I want you, and it becomes I want you and me, displaying my Chinese name, Wang Yongming. As you saw on the video, my full name in Chinese is Wang Yongming, and its pronunciation is similar to want, you, me. To make it easy for those who aren't familiar with Chinese, I've come up with a helpful way to remember and pronounce my name. Imagine the iconic I Want You poster featuring Uncle Sam. Now, just add and me after I want you, and you've got I want you and me. This clever technique forms a memorable hook that sticks in your mind, allowing you to recall both my name and how to say it. Think of it as a tool that bridges the gap, connecting my name to your memory. It's like a handy aid that improves both listening and memorization.
是啊，今天天气很好。
In this sentence, the character
天
appears twice, but these 2 instances have different meanings. The first refers to a day as in a date, while the second refers to the sky or the atmospheric environment. The character
天
contains the characters
大
big and
人
person. We can remember it like this. The character
人
depicts a person standing with their legs apart. When a person stretches out their arms, it becomes
大
the environment above a person's head, even higher than, is the sky. The cycle of changes in the sky's light is 1 day, so we can use it to describe a date.
今天
The state of the sky's environment is what we call weather.
天气
In Oracle Bone script,
气
was represented by 3 horizontal lines, symbolizing the flow of air. However, this was easily confused with the number 3, so the upper line was curved upwards and the lower line was curved downwards. Because the state of the atmospheric environment affects the growth of rice, a
米
rice character was added below the 3 horizontal lines of the character. The Oracle Bone script for the character
米
rice depicts grains of rice arranged on a rice stalk. Later, the strokes were connected, forming the character
米
as we know it today.
这之这之这这
之恶这这之恶这这之恶这
错
is the pattern of a foot in the middle of a road. As the character shape evolved, the pattern of the road was simplified into the two strokes in the upper left corner, and the pattern of the foot became the two strokes in the lower half. When the radical
错
appears, the meaning represented is all related to movement. Let's practice writing the radical
错吃龌龊吃龌龊
There are two explanations for the oracle bone script of
言
which represents the concept of speak or speech in ancient Chinese. One interpretation suggests that the mouth-like symbol in the oracle bone script of
言
represents a tongue, aligning with the idea that speech originates from the tongue and is the primary instrument for vocal communication. This interpretation emphasizes the communicative aspect of speech and reflects the tongue's active role in producing sounds and articulating words. The second interpretation proposes that the mouth-like symbol with a knife and guard depicts the power and potential harm of words. The knife symbolizes the sharpness and cutting nature of spoken language, while the guard represents the need for caution and restraint in using one's words. This interpretation highlights the dual nature of speech, its ability to both build and destroy, and emphasizes the importance of using language responsibly. Interestingly, an additional interpretation suggests that the character
言
can be seen as a knife that carves your words on two pieces of wood. This metaphorical interpretation reinforces the idea that spoken words are powerful and lasting, leaving an imprint on those who hear them. Just as a knife carves marks into wood, so too do our words leave a mark on the minds of others. This interpretation underscores the importance of choosing our words carefully and using them responsibly. In conclusion, the oracle bone script for
言
carries multiple layers of meaning and symbolism, reflecting the complex and multifaceted nature of human language. The tongue representation emphasizes communication and articulation, the knife and guard representation highlights the power and potential harm of words, and the knife carving interpretation underscores the lasting impact of spoken words. Together, these interpretations provide a rich and nuanced understanding of the character
言
and its significance in ancient Chinese culture. The pronunciation of
言
is similar to the Old English word ye, and the meaning is also similar, so it is a good intermediate medium. However, when a Chinese character uses
言
radical, it is usually related to speech. Here's the stroke order and pronunciation of
言一安言一安言一安言
里了以里里了以里里了以里里了以里里了以里
The character
里
is formed by combining the
一
radical on the left with the character
里
on the right. The upper part of
里
resembles the character.
田
A field is a pattern drawn for agricultural cultivation areas, and we can associate it with the English word terrace, which is used to pronounce the field character. While the lower part resembles the character
土
this character represents a substantial chunk of earth placed on the ground. The horizontal line below signifies the land itself. Over time, the large block above extended outward to form a cross shape. During agricultural times, the area you cultivated was also your living space. So,
里
refers to the place of residence, and it's extended to denote a specific area or range. When you add the
一
radical to
里
it refers to the inside of clothing, something not visible from the outside. Thus,
里
has been extended to mean a certain area or space, both when we say here or there, it refers to a specific region or place.
真知恩真真知恩真真知恩真真 知恩真真
means real or true. The oracle bone character shows a spoon above a pot, suggesting the act of scooping out meat and confirming its reality. While not a direct equivalent, this imagery conveys a similar sense of undeniable presence as the English expression, "Here is beef, it's real."
书诗屋书书诗屋书书诗屋书书诗屋书书诗屋书
The character
书
is a combination of
设
house and
与
to give.
设
Represents a house, formed by the combination of a roof, supporting pillars, and a foundation stone. The oracle bone script 4
与
is an image of giving. The stroke below represents the action, indicating that this character is a verb. Giving something within a house makes both the giver and the receiver comfortable.
福分无福福分无福福分无福福分无福福分无福
The oracle bone script 4
福
represents subjugation. On the left is a wooden frame, and on the right is a hand pressing down on a person, forcing them to submit. Later, the character evolved, with the hand moving below the person, which is how the character
福
appears today. From this perspective, the evolution of the word
书福
comfortable aligns with the meaning found in ancient authoritarian societies. For those in power, it meant having things within their house to give to those who had submitted, or for the oppressed, it meant that as long as they submitted, they could receive things within the house. Both situations represent a kind of comfort. This is quite incompatible with modern democratic values.
这里的夏天比台湾的夏天舒服。
夏西亚夏夏西亚夏夏西亚夏夏西亚夏
The oracle bone script for the character
夏
summer depicts a person's eyes being exposed to the sun. In the modern form of the character,
夏
the sun has been simplified into a horizontal line, representing the sunlight shining on the eyes. The person below is unable to shield their eyes with their hands. The pronunciation of
夏
is similar to the English word shark, without the cape sound. We can use the association of sharks being at the beach in summer to remember the pronunciation of
夏天特烟天
in the context of summer
天
refers to the season. This is the third usage of the character
天
that we have encountered in this lesson.
比不以比比不以比
比
Originally meant two people together, as you can see two people facing the same direction. So,
比
is often used to signify unity or cooperation, as in flying wing to wing. Sometimes it is also used to indicate comparison.
比比我比我太太忙。中文比法文难。今天比昨天热。张先生比张太太忙。大餐比牛肉面贵。张太太比李太太 大